Hey, welcome to my weekly forecast where I look at different pairs to see how maybe they'll be behaving on the course of the week. So I start with DXY, which is the dollar index. I just want to get a brief overview of how the dollar will be performing during the week. So, as you can see here, on the monthly, we are reacting from this monthly fair value gap. That price has been drawing towards this monthly fair value gap. As you can see here on the weekly, there's this weekly there's this weekly fair value gap. This is a weekly fair value gap. You can see price has tagged it and respected it. We just wicked below it, so we have respected it. So my anticipation is that I want to see price use this as support to target these highs. You can use this high, this high. Let me draw for you. To use, I want to see price. These are our draw of liquidity. So I want to see price do this. I want to see price use this weekly fair value gap to move above or take out these highs, which are immediate draw of liquidity. Now let's look at the daily. Let's look at the daily. And as if you zoom in on the daily, you can see two there's this fair value gap and there's this fair value gap. Price has inverted this one. As you can see here, price has inverted this fair value gap, and as you can see, we might close above this or price might do this. We have two scenarios. Price might use this fair value, this CB, to move lower. Might see something like this, or we might invert this bearish fair value gap and price might use it to move higher. Those are the two scenarios, but I'm more likely bullish. I want to see price invert this fair value gap and use it to as support to move higher. But guys, remember, do not just get married to your bias. Anything can happen in the market. We're just anticipating. Now let's look at the Euro USD. Let's start on the monthly. As you can see, it has been bearish. Let's look at the weekly. Now there's something here. There is this fair value gap here, the monthly fair value gap. This is a monthly fair value gap. So this is the monthly fair value gap. So we have only 4 days remaining before we close the month. So I want to see after closing this candle, we might just use this fair value gap to move higher. So we may see something like this. Closing, we may see something like this. That's what we are anticipating. Now let's look at the weekly. For the weekly, we have nothing to see. Let's look at the daily. And as you can see, the daily also, let me zoom in so that you can see clearly on the daily. On the daily, we have this tiny, I don't know if you can see it, this tiny daily fair value gap. So price might decide to As you can see, as for now we are respecting it. Price might invert it and use it to move lower, or we might respect it and move higher so that we can take out these highs. There is this highs, as you can see, this high and this high. So price might, all these are highs, all these, we might go higher before we go lower. So price might use this daily fair value gap to target these highs, or better else, we might invert it and use it to move lower. Guys, remember, do not get married to your buyers. We might invert it and move lower towards this our monthly fair value gap. Now let's look at the GBPU. So as you can see here, the monthly GU, the GBP, there's this monthly order block. As you can see, and there is also another fair value gap here. So if DXY is going to be this magnet sometimes. So if the DXY is going to be bullish, because they're negatively correlated to GU, I expect GU to be bearish for now. So this is FVG. This is the monthly. So our price may do this. We may retrace into this order block and use this fair value gap as support so that we can move higher to take out this external range liquidity. Now let's look at the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. And as if you zoom in closely on the weekly, if you see here, we have there's something. If you zoom in, we have this fair value gap, this CB that price has respected. We've just tweaked. We might use it to move lower towards this monthly fair value gap. Or we might do this, we might not even retrace back to this weekly fair value gap, and we might move straight towards the monthly fair value gap. Now let's look at the daily and see what the daily is doing. As you can see, for the daily, we are just, let me clear this so that you guys can see. For the daily, we might, as you can see, we are reacting from this weekly fair value gap. So for the daily, we are targeting these lows. We're targeting these lows. These are our immediate draw of liquidity. So I'm anticipating to see price move further lower. Now let's look at the gold. Let me clear this. For gold, you can see we've been bearish. Weekly, let me see if I have something on the weekly. Let's look at the daily. So for the daily, you can see here we inverted this. This is a daily. This is an inversion. This is an inversion fair value gap. So my anticipation is this. I'm expecting gold to be bearish. So since the XO is bullish and they are negatively correlated, so what we want to see is this. we may use this inversion fair value gap to move lower so that we can target this, all this. We can target this and to use this. We can target this. We can target these lows or this is a draw of liquidity. This is liquidity. So my move to target these lows or these lows. So this is what I want to see gold do. Towards this external range liquidity. Now our let's look at NAS 100. Remove the drawing. Monthly, we are hitting all-time highs. As you can see, there's this fair value gap here. The monthly, this is a monthly fair value gap. Closing the month in 4 days time. So what I want to see is after closing this candle, we might retrace back to this weekly, daily, daily. On the daily, you can see we have this. Trying to make this video as short as possible. We have this order block, daily order block. So this is my anticipation, guys, for the week.